So, I'm saying from Pat Cummins' side, he should do some thinking of reshuffling or, trying different guys at different spot. I mean, Ishan Kishan failed multiple times. So they should have suffered or tried new guys. So overall, I think pretty easy win for Gujarat, and as I said, it's pretty bad for Sunrisers.
Right. I mean, adding up to that, Brad, I don't even know who is the next best, next lined up after Travis Head or like even Abhishek Sharma. But the good part of Abhishek Sharma is he can still give you like 3 overs or 4 overs. So it makes all the sense to give Travis Head a rest. If Rachin can be rested, Travis Head can be rested too.
Absolutely. I think there's something though. I mean, what I'm saying is this team is led by Pat Cummins and Travis Head is from Australia. And then, of course, the belief's going to be there because Cummins had seen Pat Cummins, so Travis Head bat and, got Australia out of situation in so many times. So, it's a different belief. I personally love Pat Cummins as a captain. He's a very cool contender and he has made right decisions. So one of the odd series for him maybe, but, they were the defending champion last year. So, hats off to them for last year. But, things changed this year. But yeah, I think he believed in Travis Head and that's the reason he's been playing.
Right. Yeah, let's go to the next game, Sharvani.
Now that we talked about the top of the table team Gujarat, let's talk about the second on the table team, RCB. And of course, I can't believe I'm saying this, the team at the end of the table, Chennai Super Kings. Royal Challengers beat Chennai by 2 runs. It was such an intense match. And it could go either ways, but RCB won the match. What do you have to say about this?
Again, we talked about last week about the disappointment that might happen, that might gonna take, in coming week in IPL because teams that are losing or in the bottom of the table is gonna win some games. That's gonna change the entire table, of this IPL. And this was one of the game. I think CSK was cruising for this win, and I don't know what happened in the middle. They lost the game because that's what cricket is all about. But yeah, again, I'm very impressed by Jacob Bethell. This was his second game, scored pretty good. Salt is injured, so still Bethell coming in. It's a good change for RCB. He's still scoring, and Virat Kohli, no wonder, he's always been scoring. I think his strike rate is getting better and better every game, to be honest. And again, Particle, they need to get rid of this guy. I'm not a huge fan. I don't know. He's been favored. I think again, Pat Cummins playing Travis Head. Somebody's playing the Particle in the team, right? So 213. That's 3 back-to-back games we talk about over 200 runs. And if you see at Chennai Super King, I watched this game. I was very impressed by Ayush Mhatre. He has shots all over the park. He was hammering. He got a solid 94, and I think his wicket was a turning point at that point of time. And Jaddu was still there. He should have, he should have carried on. But that's cricket. They could not defend the last over. Yeah, that's cricket. But I think CSK deserved this win. But end of the day, Royal Challengers are Royal Challengers. That's up to Virat Kohli because I think he's also a contender. He's trying to win this IPL this season.
Right. I mean, let's just skip the first inning, going back to the second inning. As you said, Brad, Ayush Mhatre, definitely somebody who is, who we are going to hear about a lot more, I believe, next season. If whatever we hear this season is great, but I believe next year he is going to have a role in whether he is in Chennai or wherever he goes. Right. So it's definitely something exciting to see, and this is the beauty of IPL. You talk about 14 years old kids, you talk about somebody given the opportunity, and he got the opportunity while there was somebody else who had the opportunity, and he beat this person who is Prithvi Shaw. He was eyed for this position and not sure what happened, but, Ayush had the better fate and, he did his job. And, this is just a glimpse and super excited to see what he's capable of. I heard some good things from Stephen Fleming, the head coach from Chennai Super Kings, about Ayush, but, we have a lot of time to see what he does. It's I just witnessed a century from 14 years old guy and the duck out the very next game. So, it's a very
well, that's cricket. It's all about how they bat, how confident they are.
Right.
Is what matters. Another thing that I want to briefly talk about on this game was the LBW of Dewald Brevis. That was crazy. That the ball was going down the leg. Jadeja and Brevis kind of talked about it. They didn't take a review, which was very interesting, and that was clearly going down. It was a big in-swinger. I can see it from TV that's not out, but that was a turning point because if Brevis was there, I think they would have won the game.